Arctic ice is melting, and polar bears may soon be extinct.
Storms and floods are destroying our towns.
California has more and worse wildfires every year.
It makes me so mad.
But what can we do?
You know what to do. Your mother told you every day.
Eat your vegetables and don't waste food.
Project Drawdown compared the impacts of many possible climate solutions. Coming in at number 1 and number 3 were reduce food waste and eat more plants. In fact, if we want to avoid runaway climate change, we have to do something about our food consumption.
Food and agriculture account for 25% of all greenhouse gas emissions and 70% of our fresh water use. A huge fraction of that goes into growing food for cows. If we eat our food ourselves instead of feeding the cows, we can save a lot of energy and water.
And speaking of saving, did you know that 40% of the food grown in America is never eaten? It goes into landfills and just rots, giving off methane.
You see, methane is a greenhouse gas like CO2, but it's so much more potent.
Cows also produce a lot of methane when they burp. This is part of the reason that red meat has 10 times the carbon impact of chicken and about 100 times the impact of vegetables.
Aw, but I love meat, and I really can't live without cheese. How can you ask me to stop eating my favorite foods?
Well, what about just cutting back? A little can go a long way. Remember that gnocchi recipe we had with the Brussels sprouts and just a little bit of crispy prosciutto?
Yummy.
We're not asking anyone to go no hog on this. Anytime you cut back, especially on red meat, you're making a difference. You can get your protein from beans and grains. Just think about eating more plants.
Also, a plant-based diet is really good for you. So eat your veggies and make your mother proud.